On today's episode of Let's Make a Plan and then do something completely different, and then do something completely different, and then come back to the original plan, we're going to start reassembling the engine completely. The engine. Sounds like I'm rebuilding it. That's dumb. No, I'm just going to torque down the flywheel bolts. In the Haynes manual, it's got a little asterisk there. Use new bolts. So I guess it's a good thing I bought the bolts, previously to tonight. So anyhow, the flywheel bolts, you got step 1 is 58 foot-pounds. Step 2, tighten an additional 60, and then step 3, tighten an additional 60. So I already got them back here. They're torqued to 58 and ready to get torqued to yield. I figured I'd just do a video of this because I've never done it and it's a little intimidating. So let me get you set up and we'll see what happens. Well, I got you propped up on the old Craftsman wrench camera stand, and this is just the Quinn torque wrench. So there you go. Got her set to 58, finished all that, and now we're going to degrees. And you can't read it, but it's calibrating, and then it'll say 60. Let me just lay this down while it calibrates. Halfway. Oh, look at that. If you ratchet it, you can come back through and keep going. That thing is snug. Let me just get a marker. There's one. Oh, let's have to reset it now. I don't know. What did it say? 219 Newton meters. I don't know what that is in foot-pounds, but now how do I start over? 60. Didn't see that one coming. Alright, well, that was a bad plan. But I don't have a better plan besides putting something on the crankshaft. Anyhow, so here's a good informative video of how not to do this. I'm gonna come up with a plan B and finish it off. I don't think you need to see the rest. Uh-oh, now the dog's getting in the way. Hey, what are you doing, huh? Get out of the way. Oh, uh-oh. Well, here's the final result. Went ahead and did a temporary permanent solution that was just put a smaller chisel in that fit the tooth nicer. I had to reset her in there once, and then it was fine. So I don't know, would not advise, but definitely find a better way to do this. I did end up putting safety glasses on just in case. My final torque values were right about 300 to 350 foot-pounds on them. And yeah, don't worry about these 2 bolts. Those 2 are used. I think those are going in the used bolt bin. I'll just put them there. Oh, don't mind the beer. So, that's done. Waiting on parts to reassemble the rest. I decided to go with the 1.25" input shaft and see how all that stuff fit, just to be safe. I don't know. This is probably going to put out the same as a turned up Cummins stock, 300 horse and 500 foot-pounds. So I know it'll hold an 1.25" input shaft. Then I don't have to worry about, hitching that thing up to a trailer and twisting it off the first go around. Next order of business tonight is going to be hook all my wiring back up and just kind of work with this starter a little bit. I broke this off, taking it apart is too rusty to not break off. So we'll hook that up. We're going to try to turn this thing over. Then if that goes well, I bought some fuel line to stick in a fuel tank, and we'll hook up our 2 fuel lines here, prime the system, and see if we can make it make some smoke tonight. That would be super slick. So hang tight. I'll get all that stuff assembled, and I'll bring you back in for cranking it over. So we got the flywheel all tightened up, and now we're just kind of chilling here. I reattached all my electrical stuff. Got the starter just held on with a little jumper clip there. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I tried this first to make sure it's gonna work, and it didn't. So now we got the old 100 amp charger on our battery to try to help things out a little bit. Let it sit for about a half an hour, and we're chilling it at about 14.6, which is what the alternator puts out. We're hoping this put a decent charge into this guy so that we can try to start it. It looks like I left the key on, so now we just got our start command, and here she goes. Whoa, she smoked a little bit. Did you see that? Woo, doggy. Fuck yeah. Look at that. So, I guess I don't even need to prime the fuel system. It's just gonna run. That's pretty sick. Yeah, let me throw some fuel lines on this and prime it. And I think this fucker's gonna... Uh-oh. I hope it doesn't fall off the stand. I guess I'll just have to be ready in case it does. Hang tight. Next thing you see, we'll have this thing with some fuel lines over there. Yeah, hang on. So if this is your first ever Duramax and you want to know how to bleed the fuel system, might as well just go over this too while we're at it. All I got is my can. It's got red dye in it for the tractors. That's of course not what's going in it. Anyhow, you got this little screw here. This is your bleeder screw. And you got your little pumper dude. Just keep pumping her, and eventually you'll get fuel coming out of it. This is good for if you change fuel filters or what have you too. That's how you change fuel filters. Kind of interesting, all this green stuff's coming out and not a lot of air. Uh-oh, we got a mess happening. But I figured I'd pump it till it turns red. It looks like it's changing right now. Oh yeah, see the red coming through? Yeah, you can see the red coming through. You just close this guy off, and then keep pumping it. It should eventually firm up on you. Yeah, she's good and firm. Shut the valve off the whole way with a screwdriver. Unless somebody stripped it out for you, you can use the wrench. And now this bad boy is ready to rip. Let's examine the intake right here. It probably won't suck in that much dirt. There's just, you know, whatever's right here. I could try to put something there, but then it'll probably suck that in. So I think I'd rather it eat a little bit of dirt than anything else. And all my intercooler piping's out back, so I don't know, maybe we can grab a piece of cardboard here that's not covered in dust. Yeah, screw it, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna run it that long. I'm sure this engine's seen more dirt than that. So without further ado, first start up. Our glow plugs are not connected. That's this big dude right here. I left him off just to help with amp draw, and it's t-shirt weather in the shed, so it shouldn't need glow plugs. And based on our last attempt, I think it's just gonna start. First thing I'm gonna do after it starts is shut it off. I just want to make sure that my shut-off circuit, well, I just want to make sure I know how to shut this thing off. If I shut the key on power off, it should take it off, but, you know, should and will are two different things. So here we go. Give her some keys. I'll give her some crank. Fuck yeah! That was so easy. It just started right up. That's awesome. Alright, let's see if it responds to throttle now. We're gonna start it back up again. Key on. Start. Uh-oh. I hear noises. Oh, my crankcase vent's plugged solid. We'll dig that thing out. Look at that! First startup did not even, like, I don't know. I just expected it to go a lot worse than that, considering owning 2.5 6.5s. They usually just suck all the time. That didn't suck at all, and it's really quiet. Yeah, let me get that crankcase bleeder dug out. Then I gotta tell my buddy on Snapchat. So we'll go ahead and do that next. Sick. This is so fucking cool. That thing's ready to go in the fucking truck, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, next step, like I said, I gotta reassemble. My training's still just chilling over here in pieces, waiting for parts. Once I get the Dodge stuff and the 1.25" input shaft, I can put that on, bolt her in, stuff in the truck, fit the rads, and she's going down the fucking highway, boys. That's awesome. It's so cool. Sweet. Alright, well, this will just be like a quick little video, I guess, of putting the flywheel on and doing that. And then we'll go back into the final install of the transmission. So, yeah, I don't know. I probably won't actually do it. I was going to say I'll post a link where I got the stock tune from. But if you look online, duramaxdiesel.com is an awesome reference. And there's some other place too that you'll find them if you look for them. It wasn't that hard. And same thing, EFI Live was pretty straightforward. Look at the smoke in here. That's fucking awesome. Anyhow, yeah, super easy to find all that stuff. And then there's enough people out there that don't know EFI Live that it was pretty easy to find all the information I needed, and also the little bit that I showed you just to disable the anti-theft, and she's ready to rip. So yeah, until next time, fucking have fun.